Mirage is a very powerful frame who I feel like not many people seem to be using, because out of many games that I've played in the past few months, I've only seen a handful of them. Now, that could be chalked up to a bunch of different reasons, such as Mirage being a pretty old Warframe that many people seem to just ignore, and you know, the new ones come out and they want to play those. Maybe they just think that so many other frames are just a better option, and I just feel like with those going, you know, hand in hand, people just ignore Mirage, and she shouldn't be. She's an amazing frame, and that's what we're talking about today. So I don't really think I need to go over her abilities, but let me just quickly talk about them in case you haven't used her or if you're new to the game and don't know who she is. Mirage's passive is that you can slide longer and roll faster, and this is a really nice little passive because you just get around everywhere really quickly, and of course it fits in with her frame and abilities perfectly. Her first actual ability is Hall of Mirrors, where you summon 4 doppelgangers that deal 20% damage if they hit a target. Her second ability is Sleight of Hand, where you booby trap everything around you. Any enemy that gets in the radius of anything that you booby trapped also takes blast damage. Third, you have Eclipse, which in daylight gets you a very big damage boost, while in the shade or dark you get a heavy damage reduction. Then finally, we have Prism, where you throw out a disco ball that deals constant radiation damage, and then whenever it detonates, it blinds every enemy in radius. All of these abilities work hand in hand together, except for Sleight of Hand, coincidentally. But even this ability isn't something that you should ignore, because depending on what tile set you're on or the room that you're in, if you are able to constantly use this ability and get the damage buffs from it, it's very powerful. It's just that, again, it's situational like some other abilities in the game, so a lot of the times if you're not on the right tile set, it can be completely useless and you just won't see yourself using it. Hell, one really cool thing about this ability is that if you're doing a spy mission, you can actually booby trap a lot of the lasers and just go straight through them without actually having to do the actual chamber itself properly. Now let's talk about some of the augments that Mirage has, and of course the first one being Hall of Mirrors is one that a lot of people probably know about because if you played Mirage, it's a very good augment. This just simply makes it so that every time you get a kill, you get an extra 5% damage boost whenever Hall of Mirrors is active, and that damage boost of course goes to your doppelgangers, which stacks up to 50%. Of course, if you're using any projectile weapon, any explosive weapon, this is going to be very, very good extra damage, and no matter what you're using, this damage is going to be nice. Because if you're fighting infested and you have hordes coming at you, whatever weapon you're using, you're going to be hitting all of them at once. It's really nice. The second augment from Mirage just makes it so that whenever you booby trap, you can actually booby trap ammo too, which allows you to have a lot more to destroy and of course deal damage with. This definitely makes the ability a lot more useful in more situations than if you weren't to have the augment, but still, I just don't really focus on using Sleight of Hand, even though it is a decent ability in some places. I just have a different build that I'll be talking about in just a second. The final augment that Mirage has is one for Eclipse that just makes it so that whenever allies are near you, they also get the benefits from the ability, which is a very nice thing to do because of course buffing is always welcome in this game. So for my build, I am currently messing around with a few things, but it's stayed consistent, and what I'm doing is I'm just running a high duration, high strength build, and currently I'm running an Umbral build, which I just kind of started and it's been really nice to me so far. And currently I have my Eclipse at 530% damage, which is very, very nice. And if we compare that to say another good damage buffer, you know, Chroma, good old Dragon Boy, we can see that you actually get very close in the actual damage buff. And depending on where you are, it could be higher, it could be a little lower depending on what mods you have and everything. But all in all, it just makes this a very, very good option to run if you don't want to use Chroma, because sometimes it can just be nice to pick up a new frame and mess around with them for a long time until you eventually get bored with them or a new frame comes out and you want to play the new frame. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. I know it was a bit different. I just wanted to talk about Mirage because I just feel like she has incredible potential and I don't see a lot of people utilizing that. So yeah, be sure to just go around and talk about Mirage. Sure, that's what I want to do. Just make sure everyone starts spamming, use Mirage in chat. I think it'll go over pretty damn well. But yeah, I really enjoy Mirage, and I think a lot of other people will too if they actually give her a chance. And yeah, that's going to be it for my video today. It was a pretty simple video. I just wanted to talk about a frame I don't see a lot because, I mean, I don't know, I just don't see that frame a lot. And unlike other frames where people don't use it because, you know, the frame's not that strong, Mirage is very powerful. So yeah, be sure to give her a chance. And if you haven't seen my last video, I would really appreciate if anyone was to go and check it out and give me some feedback on it. I was messing around in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle because I found out you can mod it, and I had a lot of fun doing so and making the video, and I would just really appreciate some feedback because I know my channel is primarily WARFRAME. I don't want to be stuck with this my entire life. As much as I love the game, I do want to do other things, and I think, you know, asking some people for help would be the best thing I can do right now. Because, well, I don't know what you guys like. Be sure to tell me what you like. If you guys do watch my channel and you want to see me do more stuff, be sure to mention that, because I do want to branch out and do so many other things. But yeah, somehow if you are still this far, be sure to join my graduated parliament. Just hit the subscribe button and you're in. And again, like the video if you did, and as always, I hope to see you guys in my next video. Peace out.